Hi, and congratulations on completing week 4, our discussion of the Trinity. Now, I wanted to spend just a couple of minutes to review the assignments. I think as a class, everyone is moving forward. I think we have corrected some of the formatting issues for both writing a paper and deciding a paper. So now we get to dive more into content. And that's more fun for all of us, and I think we're moving the right direction. So our goals for this week were to explain the historical development of the doctrine of the Trinity, and we did that through both of our assignments, and then to identify heretical understandings of the Trinity, show the relevance and practical significance of the Trinity, and to locate key primary historical texts in the development of the doctrine of the Trinity. And on that one, I think we could have done a little bit more in our assignments, but on whole, I think everyone did a good job. Now, assignment 4.1 was to write a letter or develop a position paper. Most folks did a letter that discusses with someone the importance of the Trinity. As always, I am looking for biblical engagement. I'm looking for academic engagement with the primary textbook and with outside research. But by doing a letter, it gives you the ability to balance and also add a bit of personal reflection. So I was looking at all 4 of those as I graded the assignments. You needed to show an understanding and then articulate that, an understanding of Erickson and his version of the Trinity. It also would have been helpful here to explore some heretical understandings of the Trinity and correct those. I felt like that was the only area that consistently folks did not hit as they did this assignment. Otherwise, it was really good. And then in assignment 4.2 and 2 to 3 pages, I wanted you to evaluate the role of the Trinity and what it plays in Erickson's overall systematic theology. To do that, you needed to look at other systematic theologies and compare Erickson to them. And again, I think we did a good job. Another way to look at this assignment would have been to look historically, and as we look at the church fathers, Irenaeus, and then moving through the Reformation and into Calvin, and then into Erickson, what has been the ongoing understanding of the Trinity as the doctrine has developed to our modern church. And I feel like we didn't explore that as a class as much as we could have, but again, the papers were very good, and I feel that folks explored Erickson well, and then they might or might not have explored another systematic theology, and I counted off a little bit if you didn't broaden your exploration. We needed to, in 4.2, examine the extent and depth of its coverage, or a coverage of the Trinity, to look at its integration of the Trinity into the entire theological system, and its focus on practical or ecclesial implications. And on whole, I feel like everybody answered each of these 3 questions. And then to do a logos search for the word Trinity in Erickson, which most folks did, to get a broader understanding of how Erickson understands the Trinity in relationship to other parts of his systematic theology. And then finally, in a discussion post, what are the greatest misunderstandings about the Trinity? And that would have allowed you to talk a little bit about some of the heresies. How do these misunderstandings present themselves, and what factors contribute to these misunderstandings? And on whole, I think people did a very good job answering. I wanted depth in outside research. I wanted a little bit of an understanding or discussion of what heresies arrive about the Trinity and how Erickson discusses those. But on whole, a good job for the week. I look forward to week 5, and congratulations on making it this far in the course. Have a great day.